Yo, what's up guys? I'm Sheldon the Sniper, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build 3 businesses. How to build a car business, a house business, and a salary business from crypto before the next bull run. Now's the time to get educated. Go below, click the registration button, and come join Sniper School Cohort 7, which starts in the next few weeks. Enjoy the video, smash a like, and smash the subscribe button. So welcome back. This is the first official session. I'm going to do things slightly different tonight. Where I'm going to start going through some of the alts. We're going to be speaking a lot about businesses. I'll be bringing this up again, but the same thing, guys. It's just understanding, again, the purpose of the money, the creating of the business. And I want you to just write down what everything you want to create, and you got to have a starting point. Now's the time you say exactly what you want from crypto, and you write it down, and you put it on your board, and you tell your best friend, you tell your mom, you tell whoever that's close to you. You say, when that's hit, you come and you literally come smash my laptop. You know, you make me sell and you smash my life. Like, you just make sure that you've got the right people, the fueling system that's there, that's gonna keep you in focus when you think you're gonna go for yachts and these crazy money, but you've actually hit your targets. Why do you think Craig is here? Why do you think Mama Sniper's here? Why do you think Jason's here? Why do you think the original team is here? And that's the same thing for me. I'm just gonna keep reminding you guys of building this. So going back to that now, it's understanding, okay, cool. Your money's got purpose. You're creating a business. You have the roadmap for it, you know, what that business is going to do. And you can create this for all your businesses, guys. Even if one business launches at a time, you can go already build it, because I already know where this business ends, right? I have an end, which means I'll never have to ask the question of when do I take profits. I never have to ask that question, because I've already set it through and I know exactly what I need for that specific business. And if I build 4, 5, 6, 7 businesses, you can go build all of these like this. Even though you may start with one first, you have them all built. And when it happens in these areas, you'll know exactly when to take profits, especially from where you are right now within the market, guys. You'll probably only get halfway of the bull run, and already 80% of your boxes will already be ticked. And you got to be okay with that. And then you can have that little bit left, you know, still feed yourself. This is also another big lesson quickly. Feed yourself that even if you've ticked 90% of your boxes, still give yourself that little degen account with a couple $1,000s or a couple $100 that you can ride the top and miss the top completely and it gets sold on. That's fine. You know, allow yourself to do that because come on, it's fun. You know, there's a reason why the casino makes so much money. Like, people just enjoy the lotto feeling. So definitely still feed that step-by-step method, and then you know, understanding the businesses of how you can create more businesses in order to help you get to your achievements and your goals. What I really want to focus on tonight is the time frame structure and the token choice. So the first thing I want to show you guys is, let's jump in over here. Ooh, looks good, huh? Looks really good. So first thing I want to do is I want to quickly go through the RSIs. So let's go through this over here, and let's just see here. So like I said, if you go through something as in Bitcoin, 4-hour RSI at the top. Let's go 8-hour at the top. Let's go 12-hour at the top. Let's go daily at the top. And let's go weekly right at the bottom. Okay, cool. What does that data mean? It means any short time trading now, you've missed the longs. Okay, any longer time period trading, you're still in the zone of being able to buy, especially now that you've just broken the 200 weekly, you've broken the trend lines and all these sort of things. So it's crazy how just looking at that already, it shows me, okay, any short-term buys, you've missed right now, you've missed for now, short-term. And this is on Bitcoin, guys. We'll go through the other coins and the other RSIs. Just take the basis of the coin that I'm speaking about. Bitcoin, you've missed the short-term entries, you've missed the medium-term entries, you've even missed the daily entries at the moment. But when it comes to your longer-term portfolio, you're still early. And that's the thing to understand. So you just went through that, you're like, whoa, okay, cool. That makes a big base. Now, let's go in here until I make the next 100K trade. Yeah, we'll speak about that. I'm actually not allowed to make a decision right now. Oh, look at this, guys. I'm like, seriously sad. Not right, Craig. Not right, bro. Not right what they did to us today. They nailed us. Okay, so I want to show you this over here. Let's just get the second one up. Cool. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to take all your time frames, okay? And I want you to start looking at a few tokens. You take Bitcoin, you take Ethereum, you take 1 or 2 tokens that you like in the top 10. So if you go to CoinGecko, so you go to CoinGecko over here, and you type in CoinGecko and you get the list of all the cryptocurrencies, okay? So remember, I'm gonna give you guys work to do, because once you've done this, you've done it for the whole of the bull market. You don't have to do it again, okay? You can update it slightly, but you don't have to redo all the work. So you got all of the tokens, okay? You got all the way to the top 100. So what I want you to do is Bitcoin, Ethereum, you're going to do this exercise on. And secondly, above that, I want you to choose 2 tokens in the top 10 and probably choose around another 2 to 3 tokens between, 20 and 50, and between 50 and 100 you can choose, and you can even choose some from 500. Okay, I want you to get the understanding of the different market caps and the different volatility in the tokens. As you start going further down, it means that the value of the company is a lot less than the rest, which means any growth or any volume that comes into the token can move it a lot more. So it can be a lot more volatile. So I want you to start to look at the difference between low risk, medium risk, high risk, and very high risk. And I want you to start choosing tokens out of those. And this can be ones off you've heard and ones that you like fundamentally, all these sort of things that you can choose. Going through just the list over here, I see 𝗘𝗀𝗃. Cool. I like that one definitely. I see 𝗙𝗥𝗃 protocol. I like that one definitely. Keep going. I like 𝗙𝘀𝘆. It's always been one of my favorite tokens. But ultimately, you're going to take the tokens. And it's going to be a little bit of work now. You need to know what's going to be your bull market trading token. Then what I want you to do is I want you to load up your chart. Okay, and start loading up your tokens. So go over here and literally go, if you're still on the free version, try get the first version, guys. It doesn't cost a lot, just so you can create lists, or I suppose you can do in the free version as well, but just make sure that you can, and then just create your lists. Okay, and I want you to create your high risk, your low risk, your medium risk. Get the stuff done once. Just categorize all of your tokens that you have it all set. Okay, secondly, above that, now it is time, once you've sorted out all of your tokens, now we start getting and understanding what these tokens are going to offer you. So if you go to your RSI, and what you want to do is you want to mark out the more or less area, okay, of where they basically are. So what you want to do is you want to go and say, okay, you can take this little tool over here, this path one, and you can just go mark the trade, like where you would have basically had trades. Now remember, if this was going to the upside, it's a long. If it was going to the downside, it is a short. Now I put it on the actual chart. And then what I do is I work out the percentages. So, okay, if this was a long, that's where it would have been. That's where it turned down. This is where it would have shorted, would have longed, shorted. And I'll basically put these percentages in. Okay, and basically what it will say here is this was a 60% move to the upside. This was a 75% to the downside. This was 150 to the upside and 45% to the downside. It's 4 trades on the weekly chart. And then what I do is I just take these percentages and I just add them all together. 60, 75, 150, 45, and basically ends up being 330, okay? And I divide that by the amount of trades. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I take all those percentages, I put them together, 330 divided by 4 gives me an average of 82%. So right now, if you look at the Solana chart, on plus minus, on an average right now, it is offering you 82% per trade on the weekly chart. So every month, month end, or the first of every month, you're going to go and redo this and redo this. And ultimately, you're going to start losing this, but gaining this. So the reason why you're doing that is because you're staying relevant with the market. So now you know already, as things stand right now, Solana is offering me 82% per trade and offering me around 4 trades per year. Okay, and this would work the same way if I go and I look at any token now. So what it's basically teaching you is it's teaching that you can do a simple exercise to just see what that token offers you on a specific time frame. Now you can go through all the time frames and you can work them out. So what's a daily offering me right now? See, I just take that average. 35% there, 17, 27. So I take the amount of trades, I put all the percentages together and I divide it by the amount of trades. 24%. So right now, Solana offers me on the daily, which gives me 2 trades per month. You can see right now it's offering me a trade every 12 to 14 days. And you can see that by just looking when the RSI is at the top, at the bottom, and you can see at the bottom over here, it gives the dates and you can just work out the days. Okay, very simple for yourself, just an average, guys. Please don't become scientists and try to get it exactly. You just want to get an understanding. So now I know already, if I look at these two over here, that means, okay, so if I get 2 trades a month right now on the daily chart, I'm getting around 40% a month. And if I take that over 3 months, I'm basically getting around 120%. But what this is going to do for you, it's going to highlight very much for you now, what is the best time frame to be trading on that token right now. And ultimately, that's going to create a really big amount of money for you, especially if I get this on 3x or 2x, or I start building big positions. I was even on a 10x, guys. I was building a 10x position that I was going to hold throughout that whole time. Guys, once you have your 10 or 20 tokens, you know exactly what they offer you on the weekly. You know exactly what they offer you on the daily, on the 12-hour, on the 8-hour. You know what that token's offering you, okay? You're going to choose one day a week or one day a month to update them, to be like, okay, cool. Now we've moved further on. Now I'm going to go see the last 4, the last 6, and go see where we at. And you'll see how they'll shift and change. And at times they're going to highlight that shorter time frame is better to trade right now, or longer times there to trade right now. And you're also able to take that data now and you're able to use it to your business. Now, guys, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you join the next cohort. Spots are running out and they're running out very fast. This bull market's going to start at any moment and you need to be ready. There are 3 basic steps below. Click the registration button. You will get an email, open an exchange account, deposit $100 and verify that you've used one of our exchange accounts and come join me in class. So now you start to build your business plan about how am I going to make the money? How am I going to do all these things? Now you also have the data of what all the tokens that you can use for the business and any time frames that you can use for them. Now you can go look at your schedule and look at your life. This sounds like a lot, guys, but once you've done this basic work, it's so much easier. I can literally jump on and look at my board now and be like, whoa, okay, cool. Like, this is my time that I have right now. This is where I'm at. Boom, I choose that time frame. I choose that token. Sweet. When I mention tokens on the show, all that you're doing is looking and being like, whoa, will that help my strategy? Let me go see. Sheldon just mentioned a new coin I've never heard before. Let me go look. Oh, this coin offers me this on the 4-hour, offers me this on the, oh, I can fit this in on this business. That's what you're using it for. You're using it to see, I'm there to give you guys what I think is moving. Now what you start doing is you start narrowing down your 4-step method, okay? And this basically narrows down that your RSI is going to tell you whether when you're getting to the top of range and when you're getting to the bottom range. It's not giving you the exact buy and the exact sell. Where you're going to get your exact buy and exact sell comes down to your 4-step method. Now remember, this is where this becomes huge for you. Because what you're going to basically indicate is you're going to see that there's 3 different directions the market can move, and you're able to basically create the system for each of the directions that the market will move. So if there's an uptrend, you want to say, okay, on the weekly, what are my 4 steps that I'm going to use if the market's in an uptrend to buy and to sell? These are the things that you're going to be looking at, okay? Same thing in a downtrend. If we're in a downtrend, bear market on the weekly, what is the 4-step method that I use to buy and that I use to sell in a downtrend market? If we are trending market going sideways, what's the 4-step method that I'm going to use to buy and sell on that strategy? Okay, now if we go over here, let's go back to my drawings. There we go. Okay, so here you'll see that whatever strategy that I make, like on my uptrend system over here, I use more or less the exact same strategy when it comes to any of the time frames. So if I look at it the first time right now, I look at Solana over here, I can see very much that we're just ranging in a slight angle. Does not mean we're going sideways. There we go. I can see very much that this is running at a range, okay, at the moment. So if I go look at this and I start saying, okay, cool, I can see this is ranging, I can now jump to my ranging system over here, and I can basically see very much what my checklist is. Selling the rooftops. So here it's saying that when we get to the top of this line, start looking to take profits. Start taking profits, start taking the offload. Secondly, above that is you want your RSI to get to the top. Thirdly of that, you want to break a trend and your risk to reward. Now, let me explain that to you for a second. So what did it just tell me? It told me if I get to the top of the range, I must start getting ready to sell, right? But what does a 4-step system do for you? It means all 4 of them have to check. 3 or 4 of them can check. You can choose you want 3 or 4. I use 4. Okay. Now, if I look at this now all of a sudden price goes up. So technically I would have bought this low, just for example, it goes up. We're here now at the top over here now. And all of a sudden this starts to go up and it's like, okay, this should be the time to sell, right? No, it's not. Why is it not time to sell? My second step. So if this goes up here and this all of a sudden is at the top 2, it is time to sell. Now, do you see why I'm creating these extra steps? Because a normal person would have looked at the trend line and they would have wanted to get out. But ultimately, one of your indicators was saying, no, this is not the time to be getting out. Secondly, above that is you have a trend line. If I take this trend line over here, I can track the trend. And I can see we have not broken that trend yet to the downside. And this is what I'll speak about in the show. And one of the things are ticking where we are getting to resistance right now. Now, the reason why this protects you okay, is because now all of a sudden this can decide to do this. And because your steps didn't all check, you wouldn't have sold out, okay? But let's play the different scenario out. Let's play the scenario where this does decide, let's say this was at the top right now, and price goes here, and all of a sudden you have that, and you have a trend line that's breaking. Now it's telling you now, okay, cool, it is time to get out. Your three things are checking, and price does this, okay? Now, one thing you're going to learn in crypto is, firstly, you always take profits into resistance, okay? This is going to be a big thing when all 4 of your things are ticking yes, okay? But if this decides to break through, all of a sudden, we are no longer in this market anymore. We are now going into this one. So what it basically meant was, okay, you took profit over here because you were right. We were ranging. You got out of the market perfectly fine. But because we broke out the top of this range, no longer means that we are in this phase anymore. It now means we are shifting to this phase. So it basically means that if all of a sudden that price from here starts to break out over here, okay, cool. We're out of the down of the ranging phase. Now we're in an uptrend. So what do? Now I'm looking for the buy, right? So how do I buy? This has to come down. I have to go do the first step, 618 Fibonacci. That's my first step. Secondly, is there a horizontal that matches it? Here we go. There is my horizontal. That's my second step. Thirdly, is my RSI reset? Yes, it is. Third step, check. Okay, cool. As this is coming down, it forms a trend. You're going to have a trend line there too. And as that trend breaks, boom, you're now in the market. So what you did was you allowed yourself to take profit when we're in that sideways range because you had the right to be. That's what the chart was telling you. All of a sudden that changed. You now knew, okay, we've now shifted out of that now. I'm not going to FOMO into this trade. We're now in this trend. And the only time I'm allowed to buy now is when these all check out. So all of a sudden, it just taught you that, okay, boom, you took profits and it went against you. It went good. But at least now you know that the pattern has changed. And now you're in an uptrend. So where's the right area to buy is when everything else ticks all the boxes again. And then all of a sudden, this starts to go here, starts to go sideways. Guess what? When this trend broke over here, we started to go sideways. Now you got to shift back into this one. So it sounds like a lot, guys. I'm going to work a lot with you guys on this journey. There's still a lot for us to chat about. But now all of a sudden you shifted to that one. Then we go back over here and this starts. Cool. Then you shift into that one. So it's about just knowing that this market's going to always move in these 3 directions. And you can shift to any single one of them when one of them break or start to change structure or anything like that. And you will see that very clearly when that starts to happen. But this is another huge thing now, guys. Take this over here and already start to jot them down because these are ones that I use that will work very well for you. But you see how you're now starting to create your 4-step method on any single system that it may work. Now remember, I just showed you the weekly. Let's go to AVAX and let's go to the 15 minutes. Okay, so if I show you this pattern right now, what is it? It's uptrend, right? It's very much uptrend. You can see that it's very much this. You can see that the bulls are clearly outperforming the bears right now. How do I know that? I'm making a higher high. So the fact that I'm making a higher high is indicating for me the bulls are stronger than the bears on this specific time frame right now. So if I wanted to buy, what I need to see first is I need to start to see the pullback. Okay, I need to start to see this thing pull back, start to turn down. And I need to see this RSI start to make its way down. Right now it's hovering at the top and sometimes it will hover there. I want to start to see this come down and I want to start to see that start to turn. What will I do? I'll take my Fibonacci from the bottom. Look how the horizontal always lines up. It's crazy. I just jumped from a weekly straight into the 15 minutes and look at the horizontal. There, with the 618 over there, price decides to come down. Dun, 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 dun. The RSI gets to the bottom, starts to turn up. You'll see that there'll be a great little trend over here once it starts. But all of a sudden, bounces over here. You can enter, trend breaks out, and that's where you get your long. So it's about being able to jump onto the chart to see exactly what direction we're moving right now and to use the system at any single point. Now, it's the same thing when it comes to the higher time frames over here. You can see very clearly that this, if you look on the 4-hour right now on AVAX, this one's slightly different, right? Firstly, we are ranging, so you'll know where we're at right now. So very clear what it's showing you, the tops and the bottoms. So if you're a person on the 4 hour right now, we're getting right into there now. What are you doing? You're getting ready to sell. RSI, getting near the top. We're at resistance. So you jump straight back into the system over here. And now you're like, okay, cool. So it's crazy how you can just jump to any time frame and they're all telling you a different story. But it's crazy how you can attach the time frame to a single business and have a single simple structure that can help you with anything. So guys, big thing again. Okay, what is it out of crypto? Let's build all your businesses. Okay, once you've built all of them, what you want them to be, we're going to prioritize them. Once you prioritize all of them, we're going to start to do token selections and timeframes. I want you to go categorize your tokens to what you think is high risk, medium risk, low risk. I want you to work out the timeframes of what that coin is offering you on the weekly chart, how many trades it's offering you, how many trades is it offering you on the daily, what's the percentages. And now you're going to start building. So secondly, above that, for the first time, you have an actual structure of what your money's doing for you. You know exactly what tokens, you know exactly what those tokens are offering at all time frames, and you have a 4-step system on any single direction that token's giving you. Guys, like you can literally jump on in the morning and be like, okay, I'm trading. Okay, it's that one. Okay, cool. And you literally just follow a system. Now guys, I want to explain to you that this is an extremely powerful strategy. You're not just learning crypto, you're learning the power of money and how you can take money and create new businesses. And if you're struggling to get past the level, you can create more businesses to help you get there. It's about making this easy for yourself, that you can actually believe that it's possible. Because it is, guys. I'm a normal person and I managed to make it happen. And I'm seeing many people through Sniper School making it happen. You just got to make it easy and believable for yourself. You need to set yourself a basic structure and you need to start trading like a robot. And this is what this video is teaching you, and starting to get that excitement in you that there is a different way of looking at it. Now guys, if you enjoyed this content, come and join me in Sniper School. If you go below this video, click the registration button, open an exchange account using one of our Sniper School links, deposit $100 or more that you get to trade with, and just verify that you've used our exchanges by putting in your user ID. Everything is in the email and it's very simple. And come join me for the next cohort. Guys, the spots are running out. You know, there's one thing about me that I don't need to sell something and push something. I just really want you to get educated, and I want you to really understand that you have the capabilities of changing your own life. So come bring your laptop, come join me in class, and let's start this beautiful journey.